blah blah blah. What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning, London. And yes, this is my second streak in live streaming, and yeah, Monday. So I hope everyone had a really nice and happy weekend. Yeah. So what did you guys do over the weekend? Let me know in the comment down below. Me, playing with kids, doing a little bit of stuff, and also worked on one of the Olympus projects I was doing, ongoing on Sunday. But yeah, we pretty much spent some kind of relaxing time with the family over the weekend. But let me know what you guys did over the last 2 days. But this week, things are back to normal as we speak. So my wife's back to work, so she's logging in remotely. So am I. I'm gonna just continue working on the projects that I'm doing. So how are you guys? How are you guys? Let me know if everyone's well and healthy, and that's the most important thing, right? So it's a little bit weird again because yeah, yesterday's government's press conference has said that this sort of isolations, abnormality of life that we've been being imposed upon is going to last maybe up to 6 months, maybe even longer. So that's going to be interesting. So I'm hoping I'm just keep my positive spirit going, and then so hope you guys would do the same thing. So I'm going to do a little bit of Q&A later, and if you guys want to ask me about photography, please drop the questions on the comment section, so I will be able to see it here and I'll answer accordingly. Just to give a little some sort of updates on things, and sorry about the noise at the moment. I've got kids watching TV, so they are lovely watching the Disney Channel. I think that's probably our lifesaver, because with kids at home, it's really impossible to work quietly. That's the fact. So hopefully everything is going to be okay and fine. So, sorry, what do you want? Pen. Sorry, guys. Yeah, wife calls. Right. Okay. So things back to normal. Where was I? I can't even remember now. Do you like this setup? Do you like this setup? Because I know that some of you got asked me how I set this whole thing up at the moment, and I think I do quite like this look. This kind of more professional look, right? So at the moment I am using the Olympus OMD EM1 Mark III, turned on in Cinema 4K, not Cinema 4K, actually, yeah, that's one thing that I have to tell you guys about, yeah, right, don't make the same mistake if you do have the same camera. But anyway, so it's EM1 Mark III, movie mode, and because that will enable all the movie functions that you can alter accordingly. So I'm throwing a 17mm 1.2 Pro, so shoot at wide open with the ND filters on it, so I can cut the frame rate down to a more cinematic 25 frames per second. And so this is actually pretty cool at the moment, right? And I have a artificial key light here right next to me. This is a just a very cheap newer something. I'm going to put the link down in the description so you can check that out later. So it's a very, very effective light source, and I have the softbox as well, so that's why you can see the lights are a lot softer than the rest is just natural lights behind me, and there's nothing going on. Oh, I do use a remote mic at the moment, so it is the Rode wireless Go mic. So I have you can see the left mic here, and on my right here, so attached to the little if I show you a little bit. So I'm a little bit messy at the moment because I haven't showered after the morning exercise that I've done. So this is the transmitter here. So that links remotely to the camera. That's also directly connected to the camera itself. Then I now have the HDMI cable that link to a dongle called the Cam Link, which is right here in front of you. I don't know. Yep. I don't think it will focus, it's too close to the camera. And then hardwire straight to my MacBook Pro while I'm here. So this is the setup. So it's very straightforward, nothing fancy, but I do try to make it look as good or professional as possible. So yeah, I did exercise. That's why I can see I got a sweaty forehead. And good morning, Trevor. Good morning, Joey. So everything is really, really cool. You can go, because people can see you anyways. Orange books. Okay. Sorry, kids need some homework. It's homework time. Good morning, Marcel. How are you guys? Wow, nice to see you guys all tuning in. Yes, yeah. This is live, of course. I'm in the house, so family is still functioning. That's why, you got these interruptions going on. So apology for that, but, I guess this is normal now. And I'm not in my studio, and that is still under construction at the moment. So how are you all? And good to see some comments starting to fly through. So are you happy about the setup? And I try to do some sort of tutorial later on and to see whether you guys want to, which cam I'm using, Terry. Okay. Good morning, Kenichi-san. How are you? Konnichiwa. That's a konnichiwa? Ohio. No, Ohio. Konnichiwa, right? Okay. So, like I mentioned, this is live, so there could be some noises coming around. You may see kids, my wife walking behind me in a minute. So at the moment it's homework time, so they are spending a little bit of time learning some writings, homeschooling. That's what we're gonna do continuously until whenever the school starts again. So I hope things in Hong Kong are cool, guys. I know that you guys are having some sort of lockdown, is it? I heard somebody was talking about lockdown in Hong Kong, but definitely not as severe as Europe at the moment. And London is going to be even tighter. I heard rumors already since I read the news this morning. They said that today's conference may actually impose further policies in terms of people going out and things like that. And so we are not too sure how that is gonna work for us, but at the moment I'm not going out. We are not going out. We pretty much stay at home. The only time we are going outside of the house is in our back garden, so we're not doing anything really kind of outside the perimeter of our property, just for safety's sake. We do go out to buy food, and I guess that's essential. That's the only thing we do. Apart from that, no, we pretty much stay at home. I do get a little bit bored, but I've got plenty to entertain me at the moment, just to do a lot of projects and stuff like that. I still got a couple of things ongoing. So Terry, just to answer your question. All right, okay, and so which cam am I using? So I hope I can show you this. So you can use one of these. This is the Olympus EM1 Mark II. The one I'm using on is the Mark III. They have very equal performance, and the only difference is, of course, the newer Mark III has the better algorithm for facial and eye tracking in video mode. So it's really cool, actually. So just to demonstrate, at the moment it's all through AF at the moment. I didn't actually use any menu focus, pre-focus. So you will see me, holding things like that. If I bring it forward a little bit, let's see if I can get it to focus on that. It's still trying to find my face. Oh, there you go. And yeah, okay. Because the good thing about the Mark III is it really, once it sees your face, it tries to lock onto the face as much as possible, even if you wave things in front of it and it will still work. So that's the cool thing. So yeah, I do like this setup. This is really cool. At the moment, I'm using this 17mm 1.2 shoot wide open at 1.2, and you can see how sharp this lens really is. So that's pretty awesome, right? Okay, so what else? And okay, cool. I'm going to read some comments now. David, good morning. Am I your oldest fan? No, you're not. I think I have a very specific demographic, and when it comes to my viewers, I don't think I have a lot of young viewers in my mind. And I looked up on my channel. I can give you some very interesting statistics. I think my curves is actually between the 35 to 55. Kind of guess the bulk of my audience. I don't have anything like 18 to 25. I think I'm too old for that as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually speaking the right language, to be quite honest. And I'm just not in tune with the latest stuff. Call me old guys now. I feel old. Okay, hi Kwan. Oh, hello. Okay, you're 71. You don't look 71, David. Marcel, I've met you. You guys are great, man. You guys are great. You guys are still going out photography. That's what I admire you guys, and you're still active. That's the main thing, though. It's not about age. It's how much activities you do and how young you feel at heart, and that's the main thing. Yeah, Terry, you're 14. Way to go, man. So my first teenager audience. Okay, cool. Well, I'm okay. Joey is 25. Great stuff. Great stuff. So we're having an age comparison now. That's awesome. I like this. I like this. So Terry, I'm just trying to answer your question. So, do you recommend a specific lav mic to connect to the LSP4? Yes, I do. Let's talk a little bit about mic because since the beginning of our YouTube channel, Chase and I had tested numerous different mics. To be honest, we used the very expensive Sennheiser lav mic, and then we used the cheapo $8 China mic, and what we end up using was the actual kind of in the middle. This is the one that I'm using now is the Rode, I think it's called the Smart Lav Plus. It's actually made for the smartphone, so you will need an adapter from TTRS to TRS adapter to connect to the wireless Go, but it's also to the LSP4. And this mic is actually very, very good quality, and then the sound is clear. It just got a good range of frequency, so you know the sound is actually very natural. So I do like that. I hope that answers your question. So this is very good mic. I think it costs about 45 to 50 pounds depending where you shop. I got this from Amazon, and I'll put the link down in the description. So I'm going to put some links down in the description so you can check out the setup that I'm using at the moment. And so you can expand the range from now between 40 to 71. Kennedy-san, you are 66. Why are you guys talking about age now? Right, okay. I'm in the mid 40s now, so there you go. I spill my age. Okay. So I'm in the middle of the graph, right? I mean, 14 to 71, I'm right in the middle. Okay, so I hope that that answered all your questions. I'm going to put all the links down in the description. So if you do decide to buy from the link, I'm going to put the Amazon affiliate link. So if you want to buy something through that link, I'll earn a little bit of commission, so that would help me. And also some guys did yesterday, I think last Friday, I cannot remember who. I'm so sorry. I can't remember who spoke that questions about whether I have page to get some tips for me. I do have the buy me a coffee link, so I'm going to put in the description as well later on. So if you want to buy me a coffee, you're very welcome to pay me $3. To get through this tough time, but I'm just joking. You know, if you're happy to do so, I'm really grateful. But you know, it's not compulsory, of course. Of course, like I mentioned before, the lockdown has cost me a lot of money. Not physical money I'm paying out. It's more like I lost all my income for this year because basically all my jobs are completely vanished. You know, for this year, I do have a couple of more jobs that is in the book, but I highly doubtful that is going to come through because you know you just don't know how long this lockdown is going to last, and then if it's going to last past through that booking date, and that means they definitely wouldn't come or wouldn't even do anything. I wouldn't be able to go out, for instance. I had a job inquiry for last Sunday, but I couldn't take the job simply because London's in lockdown. If I go out, police could fine me, so I couldn't do anything. So I had to cancel the job. From actually for me, I couldn't take the job. So unfortunately, that's the reality that I'm facing in the moment. And I guess that's not just me, but a lot of the self-employed, a lot of creatives like myself, filmmakers and photographers are on the same boat. I know that I saw there's a Facebook group about all the photographer or all the photographers and filmmakers in the wedding industry. They set up a new group. Basically, they're trying to get together, share experience, and talk about ways to support each other and things like that. I'm also in that group as well, and I see a lot of people basically, you know, expressing the same concern as I do, and about losing income. We don't know when the business is going to come back. You know, I can't see it coming back until, you know, this whole thing is over, you know, to be quite frank. You know, the only thing that stops us is actually going out. As soon as we can't go out, we can't take jobs, and then we can't do anything. We can't earn money. So that's the reality. We're unlike, you know, 9 to 5. You work in the office. You know, you can just log in remotely, continue to produce something. And but lucky that I have a couple of jobs going. Is actually corporate related. So I'm filming indoors. So in the house, I can actually continue to do that. YouTube, of course, earning a little bit money, but is not going to pay much bills either. Yeah, so I'm living off my savings at the moment, let's put it that way. But apart from that, it's not too bad, I guess. I'm still surviving just like everybody else, and we are all in this together. It's nothing new, and you know, it's been going on for weeks now in Europe. London, in terms of London, I think, you know, about 2 weeks or so, you know, but I saw my job basically stopped literally end of February. And that was kind of my last shoot that I did in Central London. You probably see my Facebook Live in February because that was the time I was going out. So that was it. Okay, let's see whether anything else in here. What is the most bizarre object you photograph in lockdown? Okay, I have to think about that though. I'm in the house. I don't know what I photographed. Oh, I'll have to show you something. Something I built. Right, okay, just 1 second. Right, okay. Okay, so this is what I photographed. I don't know if you can see this. Come on, focus. Can you see this, guys? All right, I bought this in Hong Kong in January, and then I built that with the kids this weekend, and I did take some photograph of this little guy here. This is a little building that is basically this egg waffle place in Hong Kong, and it's pretty cool. I like that. And then yeah, I didn't actually take many photos since the lockdown begins. I've been working more on the admin side of it, and then also scripting out some of the videos I'm doing. YouTube wise, I'm slowing down a little bit because I can't go out, and I do have products to review, but with kids around, you know, it's difficult, or limited amount of time I can actually film quietly. So that's the problem that I'm facing in the moment. So I'm kind of slowing down the production on YouTube videos. I'll be doing more lives because I can, yeah, just talk. So I'm going to continue this. So if you guys have any more questions about photography, more specific stuff, you can definitely ask me either on Facebook Live that I'm doing daily between Monday to Friday, or YouTube. This Wednesday I'm going to have a video out, so I won't be doing live on Wednesday YouTube, but I might do it on Sunday. I'm not entirely sure yet, so I'll think about that. Anyway, so let's see what other questions I have here. Yes, but your house is full of stuff to shoot in macro. Yeah, like dust. I have a lot of dust around, and I do have some stuff. I do have a couple of macro lenses, they're actually really good. Yeah, I might explore macro photography. I think I saw some YouTubers doing the same thing. You know, they're just looking for things to photograph in the house, and then they've been using all kinds of macro lenses and going to holes and things. I might do that. I might do that with the little house here, and then see what it looks like. The inside is really cool. I might take a photo of the inside. The inside is really amazing, and then it has a stove and pots. You know, it has a fridge. Yeah, this little guy is cool. I want to get some of these, but they only sell in Hong Kong. They don't sell in the UK though. So unfortunately, I can't get more. So that's fun. That's fun. So let me know how you guys are doing though. So any other questions more specific about photography, and then I can tell you a little bit more about lightings, compositions, angles. Let me give you one pictures to see, because I do like to share my photos, right? Okay, let's have a look. People did ask me about black and white photography, so let's throw this in to see. So I do like black and white and photography because it's something that I truly enjoyed. And so this is the, of course, a very lovely scene of Brighton Beach that I took probably about last year or the year before. For me, I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think about black and white photography? You know, do you prefer black and white or color? Which one would you prefer? And let me know, because I do enjoy black and white a lot, simply because it's classic, and also to me, I think black and white is harder to shoot than colors, and well, that's debatable actually. But in terms of black and white photography, you need to make sure that you utilize the light, the highlights, shadow, and the blacks to shape the photos and to create patterns and textures. So that's something I enjoy doing, because I shoot a lot of black and white. I don't know. I'm going to give you some more examples. Classic, and there's another one here. I'm going to try to show you now, and let's get this off. So this, I have to talk about this photo. This is a classic, and I really like this photo here. Right, so there are two reasons, actually three reasons why I enjoy this photo so much, and it becomes a photo that cannot be replicated now. So first of all, this is a Big Ben, of course, it's iconic, and then also I so happened to take this photo at the right times in the right place. This not only represents London, but also it's a typical London weather, or how people perceive London is the London fog. So it was a foggy morning when I took this shot. It was relatively on the Westminster Bridge, but what's most significant is, of course, it's the subject right in the middle, and then they were having some a very nicely moment there, and I captured that. But it's the significance of historic changes that actually happened over probably about a month after I took these shots, because that's when the London terror attack happened near Big Ben. Where I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. They had a van. The terrorist was driving the van. Van actually hit the pedestrians on the pavement, where you can see here, and it killed quite a few people. And eventually, this place has changed now. You see the double yellow line on the right-hand side of the photo there. That is now a barricade, and then they installed a barricade right along the entire bridge, so it doesn't look as clean or as classic as this photo now. So you really cannot replicate this photo ever. So which is why I'm quite proud of having these photos, and then I still enjoy this. One of my favorite photos in the last decade, that's for sure. Right, and let's see. I do take a lot of photos around the area. Of course, I shoot portraits a lot, and then so this is another photo that I took. Kind of given the photo a little bit of a Harry Potter treatment, and I don't know why I did that, but it was raining, and I had a flash. I trigger it remotely from my I think it was EM5. I took it out and to shoot my client. It worked, and I enjoyed this sort of effect. Whenever I can, I'll try to be as creative as possible. This is going out without planning. I had my gears in my bag. I just there and did it myself in 2 seconds. When you go out with clients, you don't have, because they only book you for an hour, 2 hours. Have limited time to play with your gear, but you try to be as creative as possible, right? Okay, cool. Thanks a lot, guys, and okay, good that you guys enjoy the photos. Okay, let's see if I can show you another photo. Oh, this is cool though. I like this. Right. Remember I told you guys about symmetry, and I like symmetry, especially when I'm using reflections. And this is another shot that I did in London. I have a whole series of photos that looks like this. I don't know, I just find it fun. I don't know why, it's in my mind. Sometimes when I see a large reflective surface, I tend to just stand right up close to it and just wait for someone to pop out from the other end, and if they create some sort of interesting pattern, and then I'll just snap it, and it's really, really cool. So I kind of like that. And let's see if any other things I do have here. Yeah, this one, maybe this one. Okay, right. So this one I took in Baker Street, and can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Okay, just bring it over a little bit. I'll sit over a little bit. Yeah, okay, cool. So Baker Street, another cool location to shoot, and totally love this location because it's classic, it's underground, it's gritty, it's full of characters, it's just timeless, especially in black and white, and I really do enjoy that. That's fantastic in terms of photographically, and also symmetry. Once again, I like the symmetry because I always stand in the middle, having equal distribution on either side in terms of light levels and textures. And so happen I'm looking for the right subject as well, and these two just so happen to popped out, and I just snapped it. They're both wearing hats, and they have the distance just enough. And ideally, I would like them to be in the middle of each of the light source there, and then that will be even better. But that's fine. I mean, I'll take this shot because otherwise I won't be able to capture it at all. So that's one there, and I might share a couple more. Then I will call it. Let's see if I get another black and white somewhere. Well, you've seen the other one that I took the other day in Hong Kong. Right, here we go. There's another one. This one is took from the iPhone. Oh, nothing special. This one, I don't know why I kept this, but I don't know. Let me have a look. And another one here. Okay, right. A classic bridal shot that I enjoyed. I love using arches, door frames, window frame to frame my subject. That's another thing that I really enjoyed doing. Simple shot, natural light, no pose. No hard source of light. Just everything natural. Love this sort of thing. And let's see if I get another shot here. Blah blah. Oh, okay. Ken, if you're looking at this, you Chloe, and this is one of your wedding photos. This is still one of my favorite photo to do. So there you go. So this is fantastic. You know, this is all shot on the Olympus EM1 Mark II with the 7-14 f2.8 Pro. Shoot at 2.8. Really fantastic shots. Because of the Micro Four Third, I'm able to open up full while maintaining everything in focus, because depth of field is a lot deeper. And I think I was shot in ISO 800 or 400, I can't remember now, but it's fantastic. You know, you got confetti throwing from the atrium. It's a classic shot, but the amount of people on the staircase is amazing. I can't remember exactly. That might be 100 or 120 people. I can't remember. It was ridiculous. There was a lot of people there, but it's fantastic. This is one of my favorite wedding photos I've done recently. Definitely, for sure. Remember, I do like doing environmental portraits. So that's one of them that I took in the South Bank area. This is a popcorn lady that I shot in South Bank last year. You know, I just love this sort of thing. She just stood out to me because she had the coordinated clothing and color-wise compared to the trolley or the bike and umbrella. So it just kind of looked good to me. Yeah, I do approach strangers to take portraits. Remember Marcel, if you're still watching, and yeah, we did that when you did the workshop with me. We walked out, we're just asking strangers for portraits, and this is something that I really enjoy doing because I love to speak to them and enjoy the conversation, learn a little bit more about their lives and how they make money and things like that. So that's really interesting thing for me to do. Let's see if I can get another one somewhere. And right. Okay, let's see. I don't know if this one, and there's another one that's funny because of course I'm always walking around. Oh yeah, here Marcel. Yes. No, thank you for joining me for that session, Marcel. So that's another thing that I tend to wave at people when I see people through the windows, and I just try to get some reactions from them. Most of the time they're quite nice and just smile and look at me, and then I really enjoy that sort of interaction, even though we didn't talk and speak, and but it's nice to see some smiles, right, when you go on the street. And I'm a happy person in general, and I just go out and love to see people smiling. Break Lane, I think it was Break Lane, to be quite honest, David. I'm not entirely sure or remember. Right, I do have some silly shots of me at weddings, and this is one of them. And then so this is when I pose. I don't know what I was doing, but yes, this is some silly shots of me doing some silly things. Right, okay, let's see what else in here. Oh, you gotta love this though. But I like portraits, like I mentioned, environmental portrait. This is one of the artisan that I photographed last year. His name is Dan, and he's a fantastic guy. He's starting in a leather business very soon, and he's supposed to be at the TPS this year with Olympus because he's doing some handcrafted leather goods that will be thrown in as a bonus for Olympus. And unfortunately, because DPS has cancelled, so I need to give him a call to check on him to see how he is. And he made some lovely straps for me for my cameras and stuff, and it is fantastic. So I'm going to give you more details later, but I might actually talk a little bit more about that project that I filmed him and photographed, so you can learn a little bit about his stuff. Fantastic stuff. If you really want some really good personalized leather goods like straps and bags and things like that, give this guy a shout. He will make something very specific to your needs, and he's great. He's really, really good. So yeah, you guys, and if Marcel, I know you guys like your straps and stuff like that. So yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy to ask. He got some really nice wrist strap, and I use that for my Leica and the Pen F, which is really fantastic. So let's see other things. Okay, movement. I haven't talked about movement a lot, and but I enjoy photograph movements in weddings, and although that I don't do as many weddings as I love to this day, because I kind of shrink my wedding business and do more portraits, because I actually do have a lot more portrait businesses than weddings these days, so I kind of swapped a little bit. But when I do, I kind of enjoy doing these sort of crazy light painting things, effects where during the end of the wedding when they're dancing on the floor. So fantastic. So I love seeing light being painted and show the movements and actions in the scene. So it's actually pretty cool. Give us the contact. Okay, no problem, I shall do. I'm gonna put the link down in the description after this video, so you can check him out. So that is fine. Let's see if I can show you other things. Yeah, one more thing I wanted to ask you guys. Do you guys like flare from the lens? And if you like flare, this is something there for you. I mean, because I enjoy flare. I mean, it's very weird because you know, a lot of reviewers, technical reviewers, when they review lenses, they always say, you know, how flare resistant a lens is, especially modern stuff. I on the opposite, I'm looking for the flare characters because I like to use the flare or the lens flare to create effects for my shots. For instance, like this one here. And then I love this, and this shot is from a generic, not generic, but old Canon 85 1.2 L FD lens. It's a very old lens. It's not very sharp by today's standard, but it has a very cool flare effect. You can see it got the ring of fire going on there, and it's just fantastic. I love using these sort of optical effects to create my photos. Sometimes just add a little bit of drama and a little bit of romance into the photo. So I love that. Good morning, Chuck Cam Cheng. Good. Hello. No need to work so hard. We pay self-employed people. Well, I have to work hard, you know, regardless. You know, you just never know when the business is going to come. And also, the government package only pay for, I think, 3 months, even if I'm qualified. So it's only going to be 3 months. We don't know how long this thing's going to last. It's not going to be the same without the normal income. I can tell you that now. So, well, you never know, never. Hopefully things will be a lot better very, very soon. You like flare from old lenses? Yes, I do that too, absolutely. Oh, Master love flare. Oh, you guys are flare people. Hey, flare people is good. Okay. Right. I even you even have flare trousers. Actually, I don't have flare trousers. I had a pair. I had a white pair of Levi's. They're flare jeans, and I don't think they fit me anymore. So I put on so much weight over time. So unfortunately, oh, about that, yes, this. Well, someone asked me about EM5 Mark II earlier, or Mark III, about this streaming, and I think. Yes, the EM5 Mark III would work for streaming, the setup that I just mentioned, because the latest EM5 Mark III autofocus are as good as the EM1 Mark II and 3, so which is good. The only thing difference, or the only more sophisticated features that the EM1 Mark III has over the Mark II and the EM5 Mark III is the new eye and face tracking AF, because it really does work really well in video mode and stills, especially stills. As stills, it sees the eye really, really well now from distance, not like before. You have to go really up close or fill the frame with your entire face to be able to see it. Okay, so that's that's probably it. Right, I do have some more photos to show you guys, but if I show you everything today, then you won't have anything to see for the rest of the week. So I'm not gonna show you everything. So I'm gonna stop showing you guys photo. Might show you one more. Might show you one more, and then I'm gonna stop. And let's see. Yo, this one. Okay. Yeah, remember, a lot of people ask me about shooting a smaller format will have a really adverse effect when you come in low light situations. But I always said to people, regardless what system, what format you use, it's all about light and sourcing the light, crafting with the light in the frame. If you choose the right light, I don't think you will have much problem regardless which format you're choosing. And of course, don't get me wrong, larger formats will have the benefit of absorbing more light and you will have a better high ISO performance. But at the same time, smaller format does have an advantage in terms of depth of field, because you don't always want to have ultra shallow depth of field. Your shot will be super boring if you do that, because shallow depth of field is good for removing distractions or creating certain aesthetic. But then if you use it over the top for everything, like your shot is going to be so consistently boring. That's for a fact. And you really want some textures to tell the story, to show the environment and everything. So most of the time, even when I was shooting full frame, I would stop down to 3.5 or even 5.6, depending where I'm shooting. In street photography, I use the old school method of setting everything on f8. So I pre-zone focus. I don't have to worry about focusing. I just snap the moment. And so for that, I always use the same old school method to photograph on the street. But in weddings, it's always low light. Like this one here is super low light, but I was shooting at f8, I think ISO 800 or 400. It's very low, so I never needed high ISO like 1600 and things like that. I pop a couple of flashes out and utilize whatever behind me, because I think there was a light box behind me from the band that would create some sort of bounce lights into the subjects, and the key lights on either side, and we create the light rim around the subject. That makes it really, really nice. Cool. Oh, Sean Gazelle. Good morning, Sean. How are you? Long time no speak. Yeah. I saw some of your messages, and sorry I haven't been able to reply. Yeah, we need to catch up when this is all over. You still got my little fisheye lens for the iPhone. I was gonna ask you to show me some photos that you took with that lens, and hopefully I can see some later. This guy, Sean, is a super duper food photographer. He's amazing. He's absolutely a genuine super human being. Is really cool, and yeah, his food photography is out of this world. I learned a few things when I did the video with him. I'm gonna put the link down in the description so you can see that video. I interviewed Sean in the YouTube video, and you should see how he worked, and some of his work and everything is fantastic. He did the fantastic stuff. F8 is usually best definition of a lens. Absolutely, yes. I think every lens should be shot at f8 at least some of the time, because then you can realize how good f8 really is. Maybe I should start a channel called the f8. Okay, I guess I'm gonna end in a minute. I really do. I have a lot more photos to show you guys, but I really want to save some for the rest of the week, right? Otherwise, I got nothing. I still got 4 more days until the end of this week. Let me know how you guys cope with this coronavirus lockdown in London and around the world. Hope you guys are all good and happy and healthy, and stay that way also. Remember, stay home, wash your hands frequently. Yeah, if you do go out, remember keep the 2-meter distance or distancing. Yeah, try not to go out unless you're really, really desperate. Like to buy toilet rolls. For me, I think we're gonna have to do some shopping, food shopping this week, because we are running short of some stuff, so we might have to go and start topping up a little bit now for the next few weeks. Apparently, don't quote me, but then the peak is coming in 2 weeks, so don't know. We'll see. We're following the trend of Italy. Apparently, that's what the BBC News said. So we are 2 weeks behind. So we kind of gauge ourselves a little bit at the moment. All right, guys, I will, okay, show me one more super black and white, okay, one more photo for you guys, one more, just one more, and then I will end the stream. Let me find one, just give me 1 second. Okay, right, I'm going to show you a cool one from China that I was traveling. I'm trying to find that shot now. Oh, dear me. Right, where is it? Where is it? Okay, right, one super duper one. Here we go, super duper. Here we go. Right, I'm going to give you a funny one. So this is the last black and white photo of the day. This is, I think I took it in Yangshu in China, in the southern China, and it's one of those, you know, very common things that in China that you see, and I do think is animal cruelty, because a lot of these animals were there for photos and shows, and they literally have to stand there all day without water or food most of the time. And I took this photo just because it's symbolic, and but there are others that I've witnessed that I didn't even want to take photograph of because they are quite cruel. And to be honest, you know, I don't know how I should express this, you know, and it's a cultural thing. It's also a developing country thing as well. And I've seen this when I was a kid in Hong Kong, but I didn't feel much back then because I was only little. But when I was growing up and I started learning more about, you know, the animal cruelty and things like that, it's just not a nice thing, you know. You really don't want to participate too much. And I just want these animals to have a happy life and free life, just roam around in the wild rather than just standing there to be a showpiece. The worst thing is, you know, a lot of the owners, you know, they don't really take care of them, and they abuse them almost. You know, they imagine these animals, they can't go around, they can't walk around, they have to stand there like a statue for the whole entire day. The only time they move is to go back home, and then and that was it. They don't have any. I didn't see any food over the hour that I was walking around there. I didn't see them feeding me any water, any food, and things like that. And some of the monkeys, I see monkeys, were really horrible. But anyway. So have a great day, guys. Just let me know what do you guys think about the live stream so far. If you guys enjoy it, remember to do this, share this video out, and get more viewers coming in. And remember, I'm going to put some links down in the descriptions so you can check out some of the products I use for live streaming. And also, I do have buy me a coffee link, so if you guys want to buy me a coffee, you can put the link down there as well. I think it's $3. Okay, anyway guys, I really enjoyed this morning's talk. I'm so happy to see so many nice names coming out, and then and also friends joining me this morning. It makes my day. It makes my day, seriously. It is really good. And I'm very happy to talk about images, and even if you guys want to show some of your images, and let me know. And because I'm happy to share some of my knowledge and get you to improve your photography free of charge. And then you just let me know if you want to do something like that. You're very easy to just message me, direct message me, DM me. I'm too old to learn all this acronym. DM me, send me your image, and I will be able to talk to you guys about it. Only if you want to, of course. You know, I don't want to embarrass you in any way. But if you want, there you go. Okay. So guys, I will speak to you guys soon, and you guys all have a lovely day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at around the same time, about 11-ish. And yeah, all the best. I'm going to have a shower now. I'm still sweating. Okay, bye for now. Bye.